Hi, I'm Bryce with Cache Valley Extermination. One of the bugs I get more questions about than any of the other random things that we kill is termites. Yeah, we actually have termites in Cache Valley. We have subterranean termites. They live anywhere from 5 to 25 feet underground. They're really important in the environment. They break down dead trees and they do their thing most of the time without bugging anybody else. They look kind of like an ant farm. If you look at a termite colony, it looks just like an ant farm. You'll have a queen, and you'll have workers, and you'll have soldiers, and the workers go out and they find food, wood, and bring it back to the colony, just like ants go out and find yummy food like sugar and stuff. So ants eat a whole lot better than termites, but termites have a more important job than ants. Where termites become a problem is if they get mixed up, and instead of eating the tree that fell down in the forest that nobody heard, they're eating your home. And then we have to take action. So how do we find termites if they're eating your home? A couple of different ways. We do a termite inspection, and if you're selling your house or if you're getting ready to buy a house, chances are you've had me out to do a wood destroying pest inspection. If you have a crawl space, I'll actually put on my super suit, go down in the crawl space with the flashlight, crawl around through the spider webs and look for any evidence of termites. Now, the type of evidence that I find, especially in a crawl space, are mud tunnels. So termites are very shy, and they also are susceptible to drying out really soft bodies, and Utah's really humid. So they make little mud tunnels that they can crawl up through to be able to get to the wood they're after. And so it looks about the same diameter as like a number 2 pencil, and it's just crumbly mud. And so if you see like mud that came out of nowhere in a room in your house, chances are it's a sign that you might have a termite situation. We also look for areas where they've eaten on the wood itself. Termites have soft teeth, I mean, they're bugs. And so they'll eat the soft part of the wood and leave the grain. And so if you look at wood that's had termites in it, you'll have all of the grain, which is kind of the darker part in wood as you look at it, and everything's been eaten out in between it. So they're kind of picky eaters. And that's also why sometimes when you look at your wall, you'll see a green bottom plate. The wood that all of your studs sit on is green. That's pressure treated lumber. It's harder lumber. The termites aren't going to eat it. Sometimes that lumber is also treated with a chemical. That's part of a deterrent to try and keep termites from being able to get established in your house. Other things that we'll look for after a termite's gotten into your home and into the walls, they'll actually eat the paper or the cellulose layer on your drywall. And so if you have a painted wall, you'll have a layer of maybe latex paint, and then there's paper, and then there's the chalky drywall part behind it. So as termites eat that paper layer, they leave behind tunnels. Pretty soon the paint's going to bubble up and flake off, and you can see where the termites have been. When we find that, that lets us know that we're in a situation where we probably need to take action. So if you start seeing bubbles on your wall in random places that don't make sense, there's a possibility that you have a termite situation. You can flake one of those bubbles off, and if you see some of that kind of muddy stuff there, you know that they've been working their way up on the inside of your walls. There's a few other things that we can look for that we can tell you about on site if you ever have us out to do an inspection. Just so you know, having your house treated for termites isn't the end of the world. We do it often. Several real estate transactions a year require a termite treatment to be able to have that transaction go smoothly. Don't let it scare you off a deal. If you find termites in your home's going to be just fine. We can tell you if there are repairs that need to be made. We can tell you what to look for, and you're usually able to kind of go about your merry way without having to do too much damage control. If you do have any questions, if you think you might have a termite problem, or if you just want to have an inspection done, feel free to call us at 435-752-8668, and we're always happy to answer your questions. Thanks for taking the time to listen to us.